How are you getting on out there, guys? I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're having a nice day. I just arrived at work and it is absolutely freezing in central London, guys. Absolutely freezing in central London. Believe you me, I'm not joking. It is minus goddamn, I don't know what. It's freezing here. But yeah, thank you to everybody for your continued support. Yeah, I did a big stream on my channel yesterday. Had a lot of people watching, a lot of people tuning in. It was a Sunday. A lot of people were off work doing their thing. But I'm back. I'm doing my thing again. Um, Very disappointing result yesterday. Of course, I'm referring to our FA Cup defeat by Liverpool. AFC always. How are you, my friend? I hope you're keeping well. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, sack Arteta now. It was terrible yesterday. Am I right or am I wrong, man? It was goddamn terrible. One of the worst times I can remember. Um, we seem to be going around in circles. We seem to be going backwards. It's not just one defeat, yeah. It's not just one defeat, guys. It's been numerous. Just showing off my sandwich there, guys. Roast beef and horseradish with rocket with salad. But shocking, absolutely shocking defeat yesterday. I mean, I don't know where we go from here. But it's not just one game, guys. It's three defeats in the league and one in the cup. A real goal scoring problem in the team, a real lack of goals. I agree with some of the comments I saw yesterday. I'm not going to name names, but other people's channels, this and that. I agree with some of them that I saw. Give you a different way of thinking about things, different ideas on things. But definitely the goals have dried up, like Saka, Martinelli. You couldn't really blame Trossard because he was given 4 minutes to do something. Emil Smith Rowe giving 4 minutes to do something. I mean, I don't know why Arteta is making the substitution so late in the game when it can't affect anything. AFC always welcome along anyway to the stream, man. Wenger got us in a title race 2016-17 and won us 4 FA Cups. That wasn't good enough. Arteta 700 million spent, one trophy in a COVID season. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. Yeah, yesterday was a real wake-up call, I think. But the problem is we seem to be, it's not that, it's just a knee-jerk reaction. It's been 4 years, it's been 700 million spent, and we seem to be just going around in circles as a team, not doing anything of note, and we haven't developed at all. There has been no development, seriously. I mean, this proves that Arteta as a manager has learned absolutely nothing. He has learned nothing. In his time at the club, he hasn't developed. He has nothing in his locker. Yesterday was the time to prove it and to show us. I also feel that some of our more established players, Saka, these people, Odegaard also, I think they are overrated. Look, I think a good striker would help. I think a good striker would help. But I think completely overrated. Apparently, Arsenal in talks with Everton to sign Onana, 50 million. But that's not what we need, in my opinion. We need a new manager. We can bring in a couple of players, this, that, and the other, but the problem is Arteta. And he's just not up to the task. We will never win a Premier League title under Mikel Arteta. He should respectfully step back. I mean, like I said, the game against West Ham, that wasn't just a defeat, yeah. That showed us how far we have come, how far we have developed, and any improvement, and there was nothing there. There was absolutely zero, nothing happening. So I really don't know. I've lost for words, guys. I don't want to be down in Arteta the whole time, and I don't want to be calling for his head. But he has to honestly ask himself, where can he take the team now, and what can be achieved? Because he's messing it up every time. And it's like we've been going around in a circle for years, and we've spent a serious amount of money, and we have a lot of underachieving players at the club, a lot of overrated players, and Liverpool yesterday really showed us how it's done. And we missed a load of chances, and that has been a regular feature. The quality is not there in the final third. Um, KVR for the goal. I mean, why get your head on it at all if you're just going to deflect it past the goalkeeper? He should have just left it. You know what I mean? He should have just left the ball and not tried to get anything on it. Because as soon as he got something on it, he took it past the keeper into the back of the net, and we were done. It was over then. Um, I really do feel that way. I mean, it's been, yeah. What can I say? I mean, honestly, I don't want to be down in on Arteta, but exactly, yeah, he can't take us to the next level, which is what requires. Like, I don't want to be one of these guys jumping on the bandwagon and calling for Arteta's head, and then in a couple of weeks we win a couple of games and now everything is rosy in the garden. It's a false dawn. Like last season, our second place league finish is not where we realistically are in the league. We're not at that level. We're not the second best team in England. You know what I mean? And we didn't almost win the league. We were always going to fall short. We were always going to capitulate. We were miles away. And Manchester City are a very good team, and they put together a good run of form. But we fell apart completely, and Arteta needs to be held accountable for that. So he got off the hook with that bullshit, pardon my language. Now we're into this season, and it's the same thing all over again. When will we ever learn? You know what I mean? He's not up to the task. He's not up to the job. We need someone else to come in. It's getting a little bit embarrassing, I would say also. We are a laughing stock. Make what you will of that, guys. Take what you will of that. I'm just telling you the way it is. Um, yeah, we're in a spot of bother. And the problem is that Arteta has got himself firmly established at the club. I don't think he's going anywhere soon. You know what I mean? Absolutely freezing day in central London, guys. Absolutely perishing. I mean, you'd have to feel sorry for the people that went to the game yesterday, wasted their money, wasted their time, coming out and supporting a team and a manager that aren't worth it, that don't give that back. Um, I had a good stream yesterday. I had a couple of good streams, and the one after the watch along was very good. It was me, drawn by Dre, my man Dre, Anthony, Kyle came on, and we were talking football. Yeah, bro, I'm tired of it too. Um, it was very, very disappointing, embarrassing. Um, where do we go from here? I honestly don't know. It's like Groundhog Day. We're going around in circles the whole time. Um, we're lost as such. We're just lost. But I do know one thing, guys. One thing I'm convinced of. We will never win the league under Mikel Arteta. That day will never come. And I've been saying that a lot recently. We are so far off where we need to be. It's unbelievable. Declan Rice is at the club, overrated. A lot of the English players are overrated. Yeah, there seems to be a thing here in England where they big up the players. It's the media really in England bigging up the national team, and we have a couple of internationals in our squad. Yeah. The media in England they tend to big up the national team players for England. Saka, Rice are not as good as people think they are. In his position in England, I don't think Rice is the best player even in the Premier League. Not I might say Europe, which people were saying he's the best in Europe. I don't think he's even the best in England, my opinion. Saka the same, overrated. But that seems to be a thing here in England with the media. They build the players up to they build them up to levels that cannot be. It's just not possible to achieve. You know what I mean? They're just not. Look, it's been disappointing the last couple of days. Rice is more effective at 8, not a 6. Exactly, 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 man. You gotta play players in the right position. Arteta making changes yesterday when it was over. The game was over effectively. We were in trouble at halftime. We didn't do anything of note, and they were still in the game. And then after that, we kind of came out and we came out and they just started to play. Arteta did nothing to combat that. He didn't try to change it up. He brought on some substitutions at the end when we were already losing. I don't know what they were meant to do because it was a hopeless situation. Liverpool were in the ascendancy, they were on top. To give guys 4 minutes when guys haven't been getting game time, and to give them 4 minutes and expect them to do something in that period is laughable. And this was us going out of the FA Cup, and that's what Arteta had to offer. Um, he's not good enough to manage the team. He's not good enough to bring us forward. Um, and like Dre said, if you saw my channel yesterday when he was at the West Ham game, people aren't being hard on the players at the end of the game. People are like, "Oh, we love you, Odegaard. We'll win the next one. It'll be okay." Instead of turning around and actually giving it to the players and telling them a few home truths. You know what I mean? Oh man, seriously. That's basically where we stand at the moment. We have a lot of problems. We have a lot of problems. Can't believe how quiet it is at the moment. So quiet. Anthony, welcome along, man. I'm just eating my roast beef sandwich with horseradish and rocket. It's very nice. And I'm drinking water. You'll be pleased to know. I'm drinking water, man. No energy drinks around here. Anthony in with the comment. We don't need a striker. We got Eddie. Laugh out loud. Thanks for yeah. Thank you to AFC always also. Yeah. But thank you for coming on the stream yesterday, Anthony. I appreciate it. I decided to end it at a certain point. I saw you were having a very good stream with the lads. I'm happy. I'm glad that stream went well for you. But yeah, thank you for coming on my channel yesterday. I appreciate it. And we had a good chat, man. Kyle came on. My man Dre was there. Dre is mature beyond his years. You know, he knows football. He knows the club, and he's a good guy to have on. Um, we don't need a striker. We got Eddie. Yeah, that's all we need, man. He can't score, but it's okay. We got him. I wouldn't be surprised if Trossard puts in a transfer request. I'm thinking putting in a transfer request myself, and I don't even play for the club. Seriously, it's honestly, man. I mean, I would love to be coming on here now today, celebrating our win into the next round of the cup. The manner of the performances have been concerning. I mean, it's plain to see that we need a striker, but also the players that were scoring the goals have just dropped off completely. They've been given absolutely nothing. So I don't know. The players that have been doing the business for us so far this season have completely capitulated. They have fallen apart. So I don't know what to say. Very disappointing, guys. Very, very disappointing. I don't know where we go from here. Um, like I said, I don't want to be coming down on Arteta or the players, but they deserve criticism. And I honestly believe that Arteta needs to move on out of the club. I don't think he can bring any more. I don't think it's going to do anything for us. That's really how I feel about it. I mean, yesterday was, I mean, let's have it right. And the problem is, it wasn't just one game against West Ham. It wasn't just one game against Fulham. It wasn't just one game against Liverpool. This was the time to see had the team actually come of age and improved. And there has been no improvement whatsoever. 700 million spent, 4 years, a lucky FA Cup. Not good enough, guys. Yeah, like I said, AFC always. I'm thinking of putting in a transfer request myself. Honestly, I didn't even play for the club. I mean, it's getting so bad now. AFC always in with a comment. Arteta should have put ESR on for 29. I'll put Martinelli in the middle, something different, the same substitutions, like for like, mix it up. Yeah, and to be honest, Klopp is light years beyond Arteta with his understanding of these things. Like you have an understanding of it, AFC always. I do too, but Arteta is, I mean, when there's problems out there and it's evident we were struggling, or we didn't take those chances in the first half, we can still create chances in the second half, but we need to mix things up a little bit. We need to change things up. And the team just wasn't doing that. It's as simple as that. It just wasn't happening for us. You know what I mean? Straight up. Absolutely freezing day in London today, guys. I'm not gonna lie, man. No word of a lie. It's perishing in London today. Anybody that's around the streets, like I see these people out here, they must be insane. It's absolutely perishing. It's snowing and everything at the moment in London. But yeah, the team Like I said, the performances against West Ham, the results, Fulham, and this game, yesterday's game against Liverpool, I'm referring to, those three games, it wasn't just that we lost three games in a row. This was the period of the season in January to see was there any improvement at all. There's a guy just walking past out there with open sandals, and it's fucking -10 outside. I mean, some people, honestly, say no more about it. Obviously not well mentally. Obviously he's a bit unwell. But look, back to football. Um, I don't know. Look, those three games were really going to show us how far the team had come, had we progressed, and what our level was at, and where we actually stand as a team. And we completely failed that test. We completely capitulated. We just fell apart in all three of those games. There can be no excuses. I mean, Liverpool were not at full strength yesterday. We couldn't break them down. We couldn't finish very good chances that we created. But this was coming. We knew we had problems in the forwards. We knew that there was a problem with goals. We weren't scoring enough. Gabby Jesus getting injured before the game didn't help, but I think he would have just been like the rest of them, chasing shadows, chasing his tail. Um, it's obvious to see that we need a forward, we need a striker, and yeah, it's as simple as that. It's obvious to see to everybody that we need a forward. We just haven't been doing the business. Um, Nothing has been going for us. You know what I mean? And like I said, those games were of massive importance. They were going to show us how far we had come, any development. You see it all in those games, huh? And we failed miserably. And now we're back to square one. We're not going to win the league, of course, needless to say. Um, we're not going to win the Champions League, and yeah, Porto will have too much for us. We're out of the FA Cup, so it's basically the league and the Champions League. And we're not going to do anything in either. They don't deserve to go to Dubai. Exactly. This hot weather, this warm weather training camp. I mean, they're going to fly over there with the Emirates Airlines, of course, sponsor of the team. In the lap of luxury, comfort beyond, their wildest dreams. Treated like royalty. Arteta has some kind of inflated self-importance. He has inflated feeling of self-importance. He's just not up to it. You know what I mean? And here we stand. Here we stand in a position where, yeah, he obviously isn't going to go anywhere. Arteta been 15 cup competitions out of 16. That tells us all we need to know. And the last three games, AFC always, man, they weren't just three defeats. They really showed us how far we've come and what our level is at, how far we have progressed. There has been no progression in the team. I mean, Arteta has been given all the support, all the backing, everything he could ever want, and he still can't manage it. He still can't do the necessary. Um, it was obvious we were going to struggle yesterday in the forwards, but he doesn't think we need a forward. Sticking with guys like Eddie Nketiah, Reece Nelson, in fairness, he did his best, but he got subbed. Saka was left on, Nelson was taken off. Playing players that are out of form. Playing the big name players, but they're out of form. Saka, the star boy, needs to be dropped. There's only one star boy, guys, and he's over at Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. Saka needs to be dropped. And he's not the only one. But that's the manager's job. He's playing the big name players, but not the players that are actually in form. Saka has been playing awful recently. So we can't just rely on him. You know what I mean? Seriously. But yeah, we got a bit of a wake up call yesterday, guys. I was watching the other YouTubers on their channels, what they had to say about the game, um, their match reaction, their reviews. Um, yeah, look, words just fail me, guys. I don't know where we go from here. I mean, the problem is Mikel Arteta at the club. The problem is he is the manager. A new manager would get more out of these players, in my opinion, without a doubt. So we need to kind of sort out a way that we can move Arteta on, respectfully, of course. You know what I mean? I think he should be let go respectfully. But if I was him, I would actually step back. Morally, just step back. We can't be putting up with this for another 4 years. Mediocre. Complete mediocrity. The wrong manager was in charge. That was always the case. And we need to look to the future and prepare ourselves for what is going to come. We won't hold on to the players we have. We're badly needing a striker. It's not all doom and gloom, guys, but like I said, the last couple of games were like what we used to measure ourselves against, like a yardstick. And we're nowhere near the level we need to be at to win anything. Nowhere near. We're miles off. And if Arteta can't see that, he's living in dreamland. He's not being true to himself. The ambulance just flying past there, guys. Sorry about the noise and the lights. But yeah, kind of woke me up a bit. Yesterday was very disappointing. I'm just lucky that I have a channel, that I have a YouTube channel, and I can actually air my views, and that I can actually be in contact with other people. and it kind of eases the burden of what's going on at the club, um, and the disaster that is Arsenal Football Club right now. It kind of eases the burden, so to speak. Um, yeah, tough times. Tough times. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy for us to change things around this season. But I do believe that Arteta's time is up. I do believe that he's come as far as he can, and he's taken the team as far as he can. Hey man, how are you? You alright? You keeping well? I hope you're doing well and you had a nice weekend, yeah? And that you've had a good start to the week. Um, serious talk, serious talk. I think Arteta's taken the team as far as he can. For me, he's done as a manager. He will never win us the league. I don't think that is ever going to happen. But I think that how do I put this? It's going to be difficult to move him on. Yeah, I think the board are happy with him, and that is the problem. He's driving the club into the ground. The club that we all care about and love. He's setting us back. Like it's just a fly there flying around. He's setting us back. You know what I mean? He's putting us back years now with what's happening. And that can't be allowed to continue, in my opinion. We have to do something about that. Yeah, where do we go from here? I honestly don't know. I mean, I do believe that his time is up, his days are numbered, but that the board are happy with him in charge because he's a yes man. They won't remove him for that, because of that reason. But he's obviously never going to take us to any kind of level. We're never going to develop under him. And if anybody thinks different, I don't know, guys. You got to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Yeah? You got to take a long, hard look in the mirror, guys, and realize that all is not as it should be with Arsenal Football Club. Like I said, these games really show us where we stand as a team and how far we have come and how far away we are from winning anything of note ever again under Mikel Arteta. I can't see him winning anything for us, any trophy of any kind. Problem is, after games like this and results like this, the camp go quiet. They're very quiet. They don't really have much to say about anything. They just go quiet. As simple as that. So I don't know. They go extremely quiet. They're not saying much. And yeah, things just kind of go along to the next match and the next match. When there's bad performances and results like this, the camp are quiet. Arteta's quiet. The players are quiet. No one's got much to say. A lot of players at the club stealing a living. Not good enough to play for the club. Pathetic is what I would call it. You know what? I'm looking forward, guys. I'm moving to Switzerland in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to settling down and starting a new life again. After being in London for a couple of years, I'm looking forward to leaving here and going somewhere new. Somewhere where you can have a quality of life and actually where they pay you decent money. Straight up. And yeah, that's basically it. I will be getting a PlayStation. I will be doing gaming on my channel. And then I can enjoy football a bit. And pretend like what's happening at the club is not happening. But definitely, if there are any demonstrations, if there are anything organised, I will do my utmost to attend because I feel it's important. I feel it's important. It's important for the club. It's important for everybody that we come out and we support the club. Yeah, I'm all about support the club. The club we all know and love. The club that we grew up with as kids. The club that we have supported through thick and thin, through good times and bad. The problem is now we have someone at the club that is doing us more harm than good. he needs to be removed. I mean, living in denial about the forwards when we're not good enough, when we don't have a forward there that can actually do something, it just doesn't make any sense. It's actually laughable. You know what I mean? Seriously, it's actually laughable. Liverpool yesterday, the players at the end of the game, I don't know, did you see them, but they were high fiving, they were delighted, this, that, and the other. Like, they couldn't believe it that they had won so easily, that they are through to the next round, that they just, they are successful. Klopp was running around, having the time of his life out there at the final whistle, um, which he has a right to do. After a performance like that, and after a win like that, and a result like that for Liverpool, I'd be running around myself, celebrating. But we have problems, and these need to be addressed. And I don't like things being brushed under the carpet by Mikel Arteta, for example. The lack of a quality striker, for example, he doesn't see a problem. That is completely, I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, that is where our problems lie mainly, in the forwards. And we really, really lack a quality forward. I see Ivan Toney is talking about, in the news, he's talking about like repaying Brentford and the Brentford manager for them sticking by him through the 8 months and helping him with his gambling addiction, his betting addiction. I see he says that he wants to repay their faith in him and the support that they have shown him. So obviously he's going to be a Brentford player. He feels that he owes the club and the manager something, and he's going to go out and give absolutely everything. And he is an unbelievable player. This guy is just a baller, um, a fantastic talent. He's a menace. He's just an absolute nightmare to play against, I'd imagine. A really, really, really strong player, powerful player. Um, yeah, he's just the complete package. He's the real deal. Ivan Toney is the real deal, guys. All thriller, no filler. He's a fantastic player. It's as simple as that. Alright, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up. I want to thank everybody for your continued support. I got to get ready for work, guys. I just want to thank you all for your continued support. Your likes, your subscribes, and your comments. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. And yeah, thank you to everyone that came on my stream yesterday. Thank you to the people that supported in the comments. AFC always. Thank you for your support again. And thank you to Anthony that came on my channel. Thank you to my man Dre. And thank you to Kyle Walsh Gunner, of course, for coming on and giving his time and having a chat about football. And that's basically it. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hopefully things will pick up for the club. But let's see. You take care of yourselves, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Come on, you Gooners. Peace.